My name is Dorris Elizabeth McCannon. I was born in the year 1934. My father was from Macon, Georgia. My mother was from St. Mary's County, Maryland. Dad was a Protestant, mother was a Catholic, and she raised all of her children Catholic. I became a member of St. Gabriel's Parish in 1955. Initially, I was just a member of the church. I came to Mass and I went home. Eventually, I became very active in the church under Father McCaffrey. I served as co-chair with, I guess, Bishop Roy Campbell. We had a capital campaign to redo the kitchen, and it was done. I was a lecturer. I served on the parish council, and I did whatever I was asked to do. I had good mentors, including Wynn Sutton, who is still very much involved in the church. Well, I participated in masses that were in all Latin. Didn't last too long, I guess, you know, as the church developed. English became the dominant language for the Mass. But I was very thrilled with the Latin Mass. Didn't understand Latin, but it was such a beautiful service. I went to Catholic college, and so I was very steeped in the scriptures, etc. Don't ask me to quote one right now. But I saw change take place very slowly. I think we're still involved in a civil rights movement, but I think the civil rights movement has been a good thing for the nation, and Black people have made good progress. I don't think my personal life has been affected by the movement anyway. I have always had, I guess, a deep faith in the Catholic doctrine, and I haven't seen any negative impacts on my life because of the civil rights changes. What I have seen is more diversity within the church community. I'm not too involved in the neighborhood per se, so within the church, the diversity that I see, and the I guess the compassionate understanding of members within the church community has changed significantly. When I started as a parishioner, the diversity that we see now was not present. The church membership was mostly Caucasian. I think people had just started to move into this neighborhood in the early 50s, so we probably didn't have that many blacks in the neighborhood, and that's why the church was predominantly Caucasian. Well, the population of the church is bound to change when the community changes. We have more diverse groups moving into the neighborhood, so when you have more diverse people within the neighborhood, and especially the Hispanics, who are mostly Catholic anyway, they're going to join a church that I guess that's nearest to them, and this happens to be one. So we have, I think, a huge Hispanic population. I think the not African American, but the people from the continent of Africa, they're also moving into this community. So their numbers are increasing among the parish membership. And the Caucasians are coming back. I see a lot of young couples raising families that come to church on Saturday, so they're coming back too. So we have a very diverse parish, I think. It's a beautiful church. I have seen Catholic churches all over the world, and this is one of the most beautiful churches I've ever seen anywhere. The people who are in charge of keeping it clean, and the altar is always beautiful. I just think we have a wonderful church.